Fancy Lad.
Fancy Lad.
Fancy
Podcast
Lad.
Fancy Lad.
Fancy
Podcast.
Lad.
Gonna talk to my friends. Gonna share a
Fancy
thought.
Lad.
Gonna have a laugh. That's what I
Fancy
thought.
Lad.
Fancy Lad.
Fancy
Fancy
Lad.
Podcast. Fancy Lad. Fancy Lad
Fancy Lad.
Podcast. Yeah.
And we are back.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's true. We are, in fact, back. And where are we back exactly?
Oh my God, I'm glad that you asked. We're back on the Fancy Lad podcast, and oh my God, it's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
It feels better than ever to be back.
Absolutely. Although I gotta say, the studio is looking pretty dingy.
Yeah, what the hell, dude? No one even stepped foot in here for like, I don't even know how long it's been. A year?
Feels like it. Who's to say?
Yeah, there's just crud that just accumulated in every corner of this place.
Mm-hmm. We know for sure it's been at least a month and a half, maybe a full year.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we know.
Mm-hmm. And there's crud and there's also chud.
And I'm not sure if you noticed this, when we were coming through, I saw Jub right off the roof.
Dude,
Yeah.
some serious fucking hammers, dude.
So that's what I was thinking. And I was like, hey, Jub, you want to be on the pod? Oh, no, he's down the street. He's going away.
Was anyone filming it?
No.
Just fucking doing it for the love of the Jub drop.
It was just, exactly.
Well, I guess he was on the roof, and what better way to get off the roof than to do a Jub drop?
I mean, it's the most efficient way, quickest way.
Especially if you're Jub.
It's going to get you from point A to point B like that.
Call me crazy.
Mm-hmm. You're
It
crazy.
just makes sense.
Mm.
So, there's no way to really put into words how good it feels to be back on the Fancy Lad podcast on the first episode
Uh-huh.
of season 3.
Season 4.
That's what I meant.
That's the first episode of season 4.
That's what I meant.
Although it was nice to be back on the Fancy Lad podcast for the first episode of season 3.
Right.
That was nice.
Yeah.
There was no feeling in the world like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also no feeling in the world quite like being on the first episode of season
4, which you're listening to now.
Mhm, on the Fancy Lad podcast.
Yep. There's both a very unique feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. They both feel completely separate from each other.
Mhm.
That was just a side note that I was saying.
Right. Oh, okay. So that's my bad. I
was
thought you were.
I was just looking back
I thought you made a mistake.
because I just,
You're a nostalgic guy.
we really hit upon something on season 3.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'd just like to really keep that ball rolling,
Keep it going.
keep it going here in season 4.
Mm-hmm. That's what they say when you start picking up momentum, like we were in season 3.
Mhm.
They always say it's nice to, hey, now that you got this momentum, take a break for between a month and a half to a year.
And that's when season 4 is when things really start coming into their own.
Oh my goodness! I'm
The
excited.
Simpsons.
Oh yes.
Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to fucking have our monorail episode.
Yep, we're talking Arrested Development. Everyone knows season 4 is the best
Mhm.
one.
Absolutely. Twin Peaks.
Mhm.
Everyone knows season 4, best fucking season.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, this is going to be the good one. Everyone knows season 2 is when everyone gets the hair they're going to have for the rest of the series.
Mhm.
That's when everyone gets their hair.
Right.
Season 4, yeah, we're just running like a well-oiled machine over here.
Yeah. Speaking of.
Oh, dude, you oiling up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to grease those gears.
And, I feel stupid asking this, but what is that you just cracked into?
I'm surprised you couldn't tell just by the sound of the crack that
Mhm.
this is actually a Clown Shoes brand beer.
Ooh, man, that looks delicious.
It really is. And hold on, let me a second. Let me take a little.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, it sounds delicious.
Oh, God, that's good.
How do that? Do you mind if I grab one of those?
Oh, yeah, feel free.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. Oh, God. I'm just going to sip into this. real
Now I'm
quick.
going to watch you sip it.
Okay, here we go. You got a good view?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right,
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. He's starting to sip.
I'm gonna
Tom,
start
he
right
has
now.
the can raised to his
It's about to touch my lips.
face. It's about to touch his lips.
touching my
Okay,
lips.
it's touching him. It's
Mhm.
touching him. He's raising the can. He's drinking it.
Oh, that is just delicious.
Yeah. How do you like that one?
Oh, this one's fantastic. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, me too.
Which one is that?
This is Bubble Farmer IPA.
Oh, it's crazy. I have a little crispy crisp ale.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got the last cans of the little crispy crisp ale
Mm-hmm.
because I caught wind that they're discontinuing that one.
Well, that is a damn shame.
It really is.
That little crispy is too young to be put down, but What do I know? I'm not a big beer company like Clown Shoes brand beer.
I know.
But hey, if you're
you
interested,
may never will be.
right, and if you're interested in trying out Little Crispy before it's gone,
Yeah.
who knows when that'll be?
Yeah. You're going to have to get to the stores now and find a store locator.
Yeah, I think they have a store locator on clownshoesbeer.com.
That's where I always go to find my store locator.
Right, and then you're like, oh, it's the same one. It's right there. Yeah.
Gary's.
Right, Gary's.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're back on the Fancy Lad podcast.
Oh, my God. What have you been doing with your time?
Me? What have I been doing?
Yeah, the time off that we got to, luxuriously spend.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, as we said, we've had at least a month and a half.
That's right.
Maybe a year.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say?
Yep.
I can't tell.
Neither can I.
I'm no calendar scientist over here.
You're going to be hard-pressed to find one these days.
Mm-hmm. The only dates I know about are the ones that are some sort of fig type thing. Does that sound right?
I thought you were going to go into some sort of 9/11 joke.
No, what is that? I don't remember that.
How could you forget?
Yeah. This probably has nothing to do with all the Clown Shoes brand beer I've been consuming.
That's right.
Definitely has nothing to do with that.
I just thought you'd never forget.
Well, never say never.
Mm-hmm.
Again. Yo, like Sean Connery.
Yeah, the fig. I mean, I know your favorite date is 420.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Everyone knows that about you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My favorite date and my favorite time.
Yeah, AM.
Yeah, AM. That's right when Victor wakes me up and starts nipping at my calves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. As he likes to do.
Yeah, I mean, can't blame him.
So, yeah, how have you spent your time?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to ask.
Well, let's see. I mean, did I spend a lot of time just lounging, Did some skating. I opened a web developing company briefly there.
Really?
Just been hanging out. Wait, what? The skating?
Yeah. You were skating?
Yeah, I was skating.
That's a little unusual.
I know, it's weird, right?
Yeah.
But you were there for most of it, I'd say.
Yeah, JP Rink. I saw you there.
Okay, yeah, JP Rink, barrier spot.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
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 Keeping it local.
Yep. Prudential 17.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yep. But yeah, what about you, Bigzo? What have you been up to?
Oh, my God. I've been just taking all the money that I made from the new video, putting it into actual physical cash bill form.
Oh.
And just pretty much bathing in the tub of money, just seeing how that felt, seeing how it felt on me,
And how did it feel?
It wasn't as comfortable as I thought it would be.
Yeah, money's kind of got a weird texture to it.
Yeah, it's very, very rough.
Yeah.
Very coarse.
And I noticed you put a lot of coins in that tubby.
Yeah, well, I wanted to get the true, sort of DuckTales vibe going.
Oh, yeah.
With the
Scrooge McDuck.
Exactly.
Yeah, diving it. I wouldn't suggest diving into a pile of coins, though. I have a feeling you wouldn't go through it.
Seems a little dangerous.
It seems like once you put that many coins on top of each other, it's like a solid thing, and you might not want to dive headfirst into it.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm no Scrooge McDuck scientist over here, so I don't know.
No, it seems like a dangerous stunt, but also I've been skating as well.
Ooh, also a dangerous stunt.
And I don't know if you're familiar with the My War that I just went through, but
oh yeah,
I actually just kickflipped the 5-stair.
I am familiar with the My War because I was actually filming it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
that was kind of my war.
Filming it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't they have My Wars for the filmers?
They really should.
They really should.
Especially when all they're trying to do is go pick up an empanada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have a second camera for the filmer filming the My War.
Then they're going to need a My War for the second filmer, too.
That's actually true.
God, man, these My Wars could go on forever.
I know.
And then a My War for the editor. Just how am I going to make this interesting?
As you know, as a skater, skating stairs is not always the easiest task.
No, definitely not. Although some people seem to get it pretty down.
Right. But for a guy like me,
a guy like
Bigzo sometimes has to go back to the 5 3 times.
Right. I mean, when you're closer to 40 than you are to 20.
That's true. I am closer to 40 than I am to 20.
Yeah. I mean, I am too.
Yeah.
I feel like anyone over 31 is.
Maybe.
Yeah. Or over 30.
Could be. I don't know. I'm not a number scientist.
Oh, wait, hold on. I am.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so yes, it is. That is true. Okay.
Perfect. And yeah, I'm happy to say me and Maddie Reddy Yell Exit Matty Ready.
Yell Exit Matty Ready.
Had a $20 bet going.
Oh,
who could kickflip the 5 first.
Oh, boy.
And happy to say I won.
It was old Bigzo there.
It was old Bigzo.
So what's it like now? Did you put that 20 in the tubby?
Now, Matty's 30 years old.
Right.
Old Bigzo's 33 years old.
Yeah.
But I knew I had Big's impeccable kickflip
Mm-hmm.
on his side, and that's why I was confident in making that bet.
And you know what? You prevailed.
I did.
And it worked out. $20 richer.
I did. I did have to relearn the trick because I was skating a board with a slightly smaller nose, so it completely threw me off. But nevertheless, pop, flick, caught, and there's no, I can't describe, to the people at home, I can't describe the euphoria riding away from kickflip down the 5. There's no other feeling like it.
No. Honestly, if you want to experience it, you're just going to have to come to JP and kickflip the Mad Perf 5s there.
Mm-hmm.
See for yourself.
I know. So I'm thinking about just taking it to bigger obstacles. I think for myself, I'm going to become a hucker. I'm going to become a handrail skater from here on out.
So you think maybe that's what your next part's going to be like? Just all sets and
all sets and rails
maybe some gaps, a few gaps.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know if this has to happen, but I'm guessing if that happens, inevitably, I'm going to have to quit Fancy Lad, riding for Fancy Lad. I'll still own and operate the company.
Right, obviously.
But I'm going to have to quit riding for Fancy Lad and maybe get a new sponsor, like, I don't know, Zero or something.
Oh, that would actually work out really well.
Yeah.
You know?
Because my part's not going to fit in the video if all I'm doing is skating humongous sets.
Right. People are going to be like, who is this? Is this Dane Burman? Wait a minute.
I know.
No, it's old Bigzo.
I know.
This doesn't fit.
So, I mean, I had the crazy idea. I don't know. Let me know if you're on board with it. But I was thinking, what if we just got one of the Zero riders on the podcast right now? Just pick their brain.
Dude.
To get some insight into what it takes to be the gnarliest handrail / stair skater. I don't know what you want to call. What do you want to give the official title of this? A huck skater, a hammer skater, if you will. You know,
what's it like being a huckster?
Yeah. How do I become #1 huckster?
I want to be Dr. Huxtable over here.
So, I mean, if you're down, I say we just get someone. I don't care who it is. Anyone who rides for Zero or who has ever ridden for Zero on the horn. And just subtly take notes while we talk to them. They won't even know it the entire time.
And you're not interested in anyone that is on mystery?
Well, I mean, unless it's Lindsay Robertson.
Oh.
But, I mean, as far as Zero goes, could be anybody. Could be Eric Ellington.
Oh.
Could be Jim Greco.
Okay. Matthew Mumford.
Hell, it could be the Chief himself.
Oh, no. You really think the Chief would want to be on this podcast?
It could be the GOAT, Adrian Lopez.
Oh, man. That actually would be really sick.
Yeah.
I want to ask him about all those jerseys.
So, I mean, you know as well as me, though, that it's been a lifelong goal to get every single Zero rider on the Fancy Lad podcast.
I know. And see, the thing is like we've gotten pretty much all of them to agree to being on it, but scheduling a time in a Zoom conference with all of them at once has been very challenging.
Oh, well, I was thinking one at a time.
Oh, well, we might be able to do that then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to take a quick break, I figure I'll just scroll through Instagram, try to get one of them on the horn.
Well, that's a good idea. And you know what? I already finished this little crispy.
You already finished that little crispy.
It's only 16 ounces.
It's the last little crispies in existence. You have to savor that shit.
It's so drinkable, though.
I know. It just goes right down the hatch.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to find some more Clown Shoes brand beer.
Well,
and do you find someone to be on the podcast?
Please do, because by the time this break's done, I'm probably going to need a backup one.
Fuck. Okay. I'll go do that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
My wife and I loved our son so much, we had to name him after our favorite Clown Shoes brand beer, Lil Crispy.
Daddy, who are you talking to?
Oh, no one, son. Go back to sleep.
Okay, if you say so.
Lil Crispy is a welcoming, crisp ale that is as approachable as they come.
Now, are you sure you don't talk to anyone, Dad? Because I can hear you talking.
No, son, no, you're dreaming.
I mean, I know it's just a baby, but I can hear you talking.
No, I'm serious. Get back to bed right now, Lil Crispy.
Okay, yeah, you're the boss.
with subtle malt sweetness and smooth
No, I definitely hear you
overall flavor.
talking.
Now, son, what did I say? Get back into your bed.
It says I do
No,
it.
right now.
Oh, what's that?
No,
What
wait,
do you
no,
have
that's
there?
mine. No.
Give me some of that.
Don't drink that. You can't drink that. No, that's for me. That's
Oh,
Daddy's fuel.
It's so crispy, I want
God.
more.
I'm gonna have to go and get more Lil Crispy Crisp Ale
Give me some.
from Clown Shoes Beer.
Dad, give me some.
Find out where to buy your Lil Crispy
Dad,
Crisp
give me
Ale at
some. Daddy,
clownshoesbeer.com.
Daddy, give me some.
Lil Crispy Crisp Ale is not for babies.
Yeah.
And we are back.
Oh, yeah. And that was a good break.
One of my favorite breaks that we've ever taken.
It was great. Gotta love it.
Let me finish.
Mhm.
On the Fancy Lad podcast.
Oh, that's right. That's a good thing. We should let people know where we are back on the Fancy Lad podcast.
That's right. And without further ado, I'd just like to introduce our very special guest here.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
The people have been waiting. They've been clamoring to see who it's going to be.
They've been getting sweatier and more deranged by the minute.
That's
Just
right.
Waiting, anticipating.
Mm-hmm. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Dane Burman.
Hi guys, happy to be here. Very lovely.
Welcome to the Fancy Lad podcast.
Wait, is this live?
No, this isn't live.
Good.
But so yeah, if you screw up, if you sound stupid, don't worry, we'll edit it out. So just say, just get comfortable.
We don't want anyone sounding
I mean,
stupid on the Fancy Lad podcast.
I'll sound stupid. I don't care. I'm always fucking sounding stupid. I'm easy.
Yeah. Nice. And I see that you're there in San Francisco with the Golden Gate Bridge. Let me just say, beautiful San Franciscan accent that you have.
Yeah, thank you. I've been spending a lot of time here, and it just kind of happened naturally. It's just grown this on me.
Okay, you shorted out there, and I missed it, but I'm just going to have to assume you said, I was born and raised in San Francisco, and I love it.
That is what I said.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, sick.
No, but you're from Australia, right?
Yeah. Sydney, Australia.
Sydney, Australia. Is that the same place as Callum Paul?
No, Callum's from Melbourne.
Oh, yeah.
I even knew that. Damn it.
We're pretty far apart.
Damn it.
I think those are the only two places in Australia that I'm aware of.
Well, I mean, we've got 7 states and territories.
Mhm.
So you had like 7 cities to pick from, but only 2 of them are really worth mentioning, and that's Sydney and Melbourne.
Well, it's good to know in case I ever make my way over there.
And usually I'm cracking into a Clown Shoes brand beer, which is the
Delicious.
official sponsor of the Fancy Lad podcast. But in tribute to you, I'm just going to crack into this baby real quick.
Oh, man, that sounds like a Clown Shoes brand beer, but it's not.
It sounds like one, but he's got one
Oh,
himself.
my goodness.
He's going with the sparkling water.
I am going with the sparkling water. I'm fancy.
I'm cracking into the Liquid Death Mountain Water because I'm trying to murder my thirst over here.
Love
Dude,
it.
murder it. Let me know.
How's
How's
it
that
going?
thirst doing?
God, is that good? Damn, my God. See, I thought we could really use a water sponsor. I mean, when you think about it,
You want some?
yeah, it's the only other drink I drink besides Clown Shoes brand beer.
And the fact that it's in a can, I can totally prank myself into thinking it's beer.
That's actually
Yeah, you can.
genius marketing.
Yeah,
That they made the water look like a beer can.
really.
All right,
is
well,
good.
hit me up after this. I'll send you like 6 cans.
6.
That's
Hell
perfect.
Yeah,
We'll each
I got you.
we'll each get 1 can then. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's all you need.
How the heck did you even? I guess I can't even. How did Liquid Death even become in the skate scene whatsoever? Though I don't know anything about it.
Well, good guys. The dudes who started it, they grew up skating and being big skate fans. They're actually from Philly, and they're big Chris Cole fans, as most skateboarders are, and
Right.
especially if you're from that side of the country, you're usually a pretty big Chris Cole fan.
Mhm.
So they sponsored a skate event that Chris Cole did. It was like a little contest at a music festival.
Mhm.
And I met the dude that was, in charge of it there. And I pretty much said, like, hey, water's sick. There's not really, very cool water involved in skateboarding. I've got skateboarding friends. Do you want to try to do something? And they were like, fuck yeah, we want to do something. And they've been super, super cool about it, because it's like, they just hit me up and they ask me, like, what do you think would be fun to do, or like cool to do that skateboarders are going to like? Like, we don't want to like push some weird gimmicky bullshit. And I'm just like, I don't know, they run it all through me, and I get to like, I don't know, feed them ideas, I guess. And most of it's been pretty fun, and hasn't felt stupid. You know, like, I don't know, you see dudes that are posting like energy drink stuff where they're like, I drink my can of fucking liquid poison first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd go out and I give it to kids, and the kids, I don't know,
it's a paid advertisement for the worse, you know?
Yeah, and you know, none of those dudes fucking drink that shit.
Right. I heard,
and then
actually,
if they do drink that shit, they're fucking fucked.
I've heard rumors that they actually send them water in the energy drink cans.
I've heard that rumor too.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, back in the day when I used to live at Black Box, we'd get Monster energy drink cans full of water delivered to the skate park all the time.
Confirmed.
So
Okay,
they do make them. And
Confirmation.
on like the courses at like fucking Street League and all that sort of shit, like the dudes that ride for the energy drink brands that go out there and they'll crack a can and be drinking it, they are cans of water. They're not
That makes
cans
sense.
of... Yeah. But I don't think you can buy the cans of water.
Yeah, no. But let me be the first to say, shalom with the liquid death.
Shalom to you too.
And yeah, that must be a treat having Chris Cole back on the prestigious Zero team, which you
It
ride
is.
for.
He's a lovely man.
And Zero, I mean, for as long as I've known you, you've ridden for Zero.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever, I mean, did you have any board sponsors before Zero? Or was it always just your first sponsor?
No, Zero was my second board sponsor. I rode for this board company called Armadillo, which turned into a belt company a little bit after I quit. I don't know if you ever saw or remembered Armadillo belts, but they were out of the same kind of umbrella-y distribution as like Thieve and other Australian small companies. But that was my first board sponsor. I rode for them for a long time. And then I got on Fallen. And then through Fallen, I was like, hey, like, can I quit my board sponsor and ride for Zero? And they were like, or Jamie was like, nah, don't do that. Like, we don't want you quitting anyone to like come and ride for us. That shit's kind of lame. Like, if there was like a better reason for you to leave other than you just want to ride for Zero, then I'd go for it. And then, so I quit Armadillo and I hit up Jamie and was like, okay, I want to ride for Zero.
Yeah.
But, and then he was like, all right, cool. But like, he just didn't want to be the person to say, yeah, quit. You know?
Yeah, people don't want to be known as stealing riders from other companies. It's a bad look. It's bad look for the company.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's why I'm so excited to actually talk to you, because the second I saw that you were following Fancy Lad Skateboards on Instagram, I was like, wait a minute. Is this right? This is actually Dane Burman? Did he get the right account?
Hey, I'm allowed to have fun. What the fuck?
No, I know. One of the few, because, you know...
Well, we weren't sure.
Like, you know, your fellow Liquid Death sponsor, Richie Jackson there, when he's following the account, I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, that makes sense. But, you know, this might be a misconception of Fancy Lad. I was so stoked because we are big fans of hammer skating. We don't do it ourselves because we can't. We're not capable.
Right.
But we love watching serious professional skating done well.
Mm-hmm.
And Zero has always been one of my favorite brands of all time.
Well, maybe I'll send you a Zero box. You want some stuff? You want some shirts and things?
That'd be pretty sick, actually.
Dude,
if you could send me even a Misled Youth shirt. I mean, I got a Black Label shirt that I bought with the barcode that I bought myself the other day, because that's another one of my all-time favorite brands.
I love Black Label.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, I could see you and Ben Gilley, you know, getting along, going toe-to-toe.
We do.
Oh, you know him.
Yeah. I know
Nice.
Gilley. He was on Zero when I've been on Zero. So
That's
we've
right.
been on trips together and stuff.
And I was going to ask you if okay, so the Gilley Grind, did you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, that was you. I tried. I thought it was you, and I tried to look it up on the internet, but all I could find was Ben Gilley doing grinds.
Yeah, I named it the Gilley Grind after Gilley, but
Right.
yeah, that was me. It was in a trans world. It was the sequence in trans world, and the footage is in the credits of Cold War, I think, the Zero video.
Nice.
Yeah,
I gotta run that one back. That's probably one of my favorite handrail tricks ever done. And the fact that it was inspired by Ben Gilley's bales, it's just a thing of beauty.
yeah. It's funny because I saw him, like I was out on a session with him, watching him try to grind this 21 stair, and he did that the entire way down accidentally,
Mhm.
and then like jumped off and walked it out. And I was like, if that dude can go the whole way down the fucking rail like that and then just walk it out, I was like, that's like someone could land that. And then I just went like back to the skate park after that and like practiced not getting into 50s and figured out that, yeah, I could do it. And then the day I learned them on a flat bar, I was like, all right, we got to go get this in the streets because like, I don't know if this is going to be a trick that I'll have on lock for very long.
Yeah.
So I went and like did that one the same day. And then I've very rarely done them since. But every time I try them again, I have to like relearn them and kind of get lucky.
I was gonna say I wish that there was one in your new part.
You know, I've considered trying to put some time into bringing them back. But at the same time, it's like, I'm pretty happy there's just one of them out there, and that's good enough.
Yeah.
It is the one.
Yeah, like that's enough.
See, but it was in the credits. It should be in your actual part because that's why it was so hard for me to find. And also, but I'm glad that they put in the skimboard trick in your actual part.
Right. And that was surprising.
That was my best friend. That's my best friend, Kyle.
Oh, that wasn't even
really?
you. Oh,
Yeah,
Well, it's
he had
still
to
sick.
get trick.
nice.
Yeah, but he's that's his style of skate. He fucking loves that shit. Like he follows you guys too, and he's like a huge fan of you guys. His Instagram account is Killdie. He's an artist.
Nice.
But
Check him out.
yeah, you should check him out. His stuff's really cool. You'd
Yellow
see it though.
Kill Die.
Yeah, you'd look at his art though, and you'd be like, "There's no way this dude follows Fancy Lad," because his art's very serious too. But his skating is fucking, it's wild. And that was, it's his guest trick in my part. He's had a couple of guest tricks in my parts, but that one's the one.
It makes sense. I mean, we're serious artists,
That's true.
just not.
I can see that.
I mean,
Right.
you know what? We're serious skaters too, but it's different type of skating. It's
Yeah.
it's skate art, if you will.
Oh, Scott.
Yeah, Scar.
Exactly.
Not to be confused with a ska fart.
But Matt Tomasello, he mentioned to me that he either did that trick or tried to do that same trick with the skimboard. So that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good trick. But
That your friend
think-
likes us and follows us is what I was saying.
yeah, it makes perfect sense. He's super into Matt Tomasello, super into you guys. The whole thing.
Nice. And the first time that I ever saw you was in the Strange World part.
Mm-hmm.
And you, at the time, looked just like Orange Man. You've beefed out a little bit. You kind of buffed up. He's maybe even gotten even scrawnier since then.
Mhm.
But at the time, both your face and your hunch and your steez and the tight pants, you guys were doppelgangers to a T.
And this is pre Orange Man.
Exactly.
By the way, just so this is what Orange Man looked like prior.
And look at how our universes have grown and which
Yeah.
direction we've grown into.
I know. Do you go on trips with Mardal during that time?
Yeah, of course.
Could you have convinced her to have stayed in the skate industry?
No, she hates it.
Oh, that makes
Can you-
sense.
Actually,
you
know
blame
what
her?
She hates. She hates. This is going to sound jacked, but she hates female skating.
Why is that?
I don't know. One time she said to me that she didn't like being treated like she had a handicap because she was a female.
Right.
And she's like, if any dude filmed the tricks that she was filming and then put out a part, everyone would talk shit. But just because she's a girl, people love it. And like in her eyes, that doesn't seem right. That's not like equal, or that's not fair, or whatever. So she didn't want to be a part of like feeling like she was being given a handicap.
I don't know.
She's fucking sick, though.
Kickflip front board down a
Yeah,
handrail.
she's amazing.
Yeah.
I completely disagree. I'm like, I wish she was still around. Like, I was there when we tried to turn her pro for Zero and she quit.
Mm.
And like, I don't know, she was like starting to film for her pro part and she broke her wrist for like the 5th time. And she was just like, you know what? Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be a pro skateboarder and be feeling like I'm being given like weird handouts, but also feeling pressured to do more at the same time. I don't know. There was so many things going on for her, I think, at that time that there was nothing that was going to keep her in skateboarding.
Well, the injuries of a pro skater must be the most daunting aspect. I mean, for serious handrail pros of the traditional West Coast companies like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Jerry Sue was saying on the Bunt podcast where he didn't consider the like Leo Valls on Magenta for that actually being professional skateboarding because they weren't jumping down anything. So, I mean, I don't know if you have any. I mean, I just kickflipped a 5-stair myself.
I saw it.
I know what it's like to huck.
I mean, kickflipping a 5-stair gets pretty fucking serious, especially when you're over 160 pounds and like, getting towards the 3-0 age group.
That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. No one listens to me. Matt's like, it's just a kickflip down a 5-stair. I'm like, Matt, I weigh 250 pounds and I'm kickflipping down a 5-stair. Okay. I say, you put a backpack with 100 more pounds on, you kickflip and come back to me. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not light. I got some weight behind me. I'm trying to do something to fix that because it fucking sucked to jump downstairs right now. That's why if you watch my most recent part, I don't really jump down any stairs in that because it fucking sucks when you have weight on you.
So you just glide down the handrails like
the
Templeton.
rail is so much easier and so much more fun.
Yeah, that's what Templeton would say. He didn't like jumping down. He liked to just glide down the handrails. That way there's less impact.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks when you jump off, but like doing the trick feels great.
Right. And kudos on your new part.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I complimented you via text message, but the hope to die part is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got that true epic feel, like I said, with the song and everything.
Thank you.
Kind of the same feel as like a Heath Kirchart Minefield sort of last part epic feel, to it.
Yeah, I'm done now. I'm out.
Nice.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I really like that song, and when we're editing it, it seemed like the most appropriate one at the time. I don't know. There was actually a couple of other songs that I threw out that were a little bit more upbeat and less tear jerking, but I think we made the right choice at the end of the day.
No, that one suits the part very well.
That's what I want. I want to feel the tingles in my spine.
Mm-hmm.
I want to feel it from my toes tingling up my taint.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Mm.
And that part really did it for me.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Have you met Heath Kirchart? Do you know him?
I've met him 2 times.
I was going to say you skate. I've just noticed throughout your parts. I mean, it's bound to happen. There's only so many humongous skatable spots, but you skate a lot of the. I've noticed a few of the same spots as Heath Kirchart, especially the mega ramp.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You were like, Heath skated the mega ramp. I'm going to skate the mega ramp. That you nose slid that rail that he backlipped in Minefield, which nose slide on circle bars are just fucking crazy.
Love nose slides.
Yeah, me too. But
the
on a
first
circle
trick you
bar,
learn, so.
yeah. And of course, the Heath Kirchart gap, which you, I think, hard flipped and nollie heeled.
Yeah,
that was all sick.
Yeah, I grew up like obviously like everyone on the planet was a Heath Kirchart fan. So when I go to spots that it's like, this is the fucking Heath spot, you just get juiced and you kind of want to make something happen there. I don't know. It's cool. I like revisiting spots like that. And like, I wouldn't want to ever go to spots like that with the intention of like, I'm going to do a better trick than them. But at the same time, it's like skateboarding progresses, I guess. I don't know. And you end up with a trick you can do that might be something more, but for the most part, I try to go that's like, you know, in a direction that's nowhere near like the direction that he went. Like he did backflip on that one rail. I'm not going to try and do backflip shove. You know, it's like
Right.
I went for the nose slide.
Right. No, you did the backflip shove on that spot with the security guard where you batted his walkie-talkie out of his hand, pushed him out of the way. I loved how fucking aggro that was.
Yeah, that was a good clip. That's one of my favorite clips, actually. Just not even skateboarding, but it fits with the song and everything's so good. Everything about that, I really like that.
Yeah.
As much as it's weird to think that, like, I like that in my own part, but I really did.
Did the man disrespect you? What was the scene like there?
Well, I was trying the trick, and this spot, it's at a university in Sydney, and the spot is like a public thoroughfare through the university where you're allowed to go and do graffiti. It's called the Graffiti Tunnel. So it's like a place for art. Mm-hmm. And I was there doing my SCART.
Yeah.
Which I think is valid, and it seems like an appropriate place for it.
Absolutely.
And it's funny because all these people are like, yeah, they're damaging it. I was like, the thing's covered in like 400 layers of paints from people like just painting the shit out of whatever they can because you're allowed to go and paint in that tunnel. But the security pulled up and he tried to hit me with his car as he pulled in to start. And then he got like parked his car in the run up and then stood at the bottom of the rail. But I didn't know he was down there. And as I like tried the one backflip shove, he like stepped into the way and like kicked at me as I came off the end of the rail and then stood on my board to keep my board away from me. And I was like, all right, this dude's tried to hit me with a fucking car, stood in the way at the bottom of the rail, tried to kick me, and then tried to take my skateboard. And I just kind of was like pretty fed up on it. And I gave him a shove and slapped his walkie-talkie out of his hand. And then he kind of panicked and ran away.
That's what I figured. The disrespect.
Yeah, he left. He left for a while and went to get like backup or something. I don't know. But he left his car parked in the way. So you see in the clip, I have to ride around the security car to do the trick. Right as I landed it, there was like 4 more security coming to kick me out.
You didn't say to the guy, listen, this is a backflip shove down a handrail. This is infinitely cooler than anything you're ever going to do in your life.
I just don't think civilians get it.
No, they don't.
And that's kind of what's cool. Like, I'm glad they don't get it, because if they got it, it wouldn't be as cool. But I don't know. Fuck them.
It'd be nice if they could at least get that they don't get it.
Yeah. Like, I'll never understand it, but you guys have fun.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd fuck them.
Yeah. So you had the Strange World part, and then the next, I think, what was the next part after that? Damn It All?
Was it Damn It All, or was it Cold War?
No, it would have been Strange World and Cold War.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as Zero parts go.
But before, when I'm thinking of your new part, I just also wanted to mention that blunt slide. I love, because you don't just ollie over to tail, you know, like a true G.
Straight up.
You point it up like a true blunt the whole way. Yeah, it's a little things that make it, you know, shows a little class, you know.
That's kind of an accident. I just kind of got stuck. You know, when you like just accidentally get on the balance for something, like if you're manualing, you're like, whoa, hey, this is the one. Or if you're like, I don't know, jump onto a 50-50 on a flat bar, you sometimes just get kind of stuck there. That kind of happened on the blunt slide, where I was like stuck on that balance point. And even if I wanted to, I don't think I would have been able to get off either side. Like if I had tried to bail anywhere, I would have ended up sacking the shit out of the rail, because I was like so straight down the middle. So I didn't really mean to do that. It was like an out of control point or something, and it just worked out. But that was another one that was security kicking us out, and it was like the last one, and I just like panicked and got lucky, and it worked.
Yeah. Is that, I mean, what's your favorite part? I mean, trick out of your new part, if you had one, or one that took the most time to, or scariest, or whatever the most.
I don't know. There's a lot in there that, there's a lot in there that kind of like feel good to me when I like look back at it. Like the last trick obviously was like a big one for me. That one like took years, because like I'd gone back to try that for like my last 3 video parts and haven't worked out. So for it to work out this time, I was pretty stoked on that.
Yeah, that makes sense that the ender would be your favorite trick. You know, it's typically mine too.
What's the what's the rail to ledge situation looking like up there? Like, how flush is that, or is there?
It's not flush. It's like there's like a little baby lip where you have to lift off the rail onto the back of the hubba.
So the hubba's like, a little bit higher than the rail?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so the first few times I tried it, I like went and I would like hang up really bad, and I just fucking dove and like flew halfway down the hubba head first and slammed and like
slid on your belly? I mean, slid on your belly?
It was on everything. I hit every part of my body going down that fucking thing. But and then it, like that was like the first few times like years ago when I went there to try it. That was like my biggest issue was the fucking that. And then the hubba got knobbed a little bit after. So I had to go back and like de-knob it because obviously, you know, I couldn't ride down the fucking thing with knobs in the middle.
Right.
So then that was an issue. And then I went back another time and my trucks wouldn't grind on it for some reason. Now it's like an aluminum rail and it got like more and more weathered and gross and sticky. And I just couldn't get it to grind. I was like scrubbing wax into it and it was going fucking nowhere. And I'd like ollie onto a 50 and just dive and hit the flat of the hover and then just like slide down it like a big hot slippery slide, just burning skin off down the hover. And then I put fucking copers on my trucks and went back and it would finally grind, but then I was still hanging up on it and not making it down the hover. And then I eventually just put like a little piece of a 2x4 so that my truck would bounce up onto the hover as I like went through it at the end and I wouldn't hang up.
Wait, you said copers?
Yeah, I'd grinded it with copers.
Is that the little thing that the vert skiers put on the truck?
The little like skeleton key?
No. It's little plastic sleeves on the truck.
So
that they grind on whatever, like concrete or, you know.
Okay, I was thinking the base plate, you know, how they used to have
No, that's a lapper.
Oh, it's like the, like the isn't it Skeleton Key a brand of like copers that like snap on? So it's just plastic, like essentially like PVC around your truck.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't any type of brand that I can remember. It was like an old shitty one that I found at like a swap meet. I've had them sitting around in my house for like the last 6 years and had no idea when I was ever going to need them. There were so many times where I looked at these fucking things and I was like, why do I fucking have this? And then, I don't know, they finally came in good use.
Paid off.
And why is that flat bar board slide spot there? I wanted to ask.
Yeah, what the fuck? Is that just a pipe?
Who built that?
It's got like no. It was there. It's a legit spot somehow.
Really?
But it has like wires, like electrical wires through it, carrying it from one side to the other.
It looks like the most insane Steve Barra spot.
I know. I was
going
to
say.
Right? I don't know. When I first saw it, it was actually a BMXer. He rode across it, and I was like, "That is the fucking coolest looking spot." And I hit him up, and he was like, he gave me the address, and it was right by where I live, and I went and checked it out, and it's real scary, but it's fucking way too cool not to skate that thing.
Also, yeah, there's a couple of other clips that I was thinking of that came to mind with the new part.
Back 5-0 down that
that was insane.
Double kinked rail.
Dude, pinching that back 5-0.
Yeah, that was so pinched. That was a thing of beauty.
I don't know. Round rail, that's psycho shit.
What are you thinking with all these 5-0s down round rails?
See, like that was like one of the first tricks I learned skating rails, and for me, 5-0s are like the funnest and one of the safest feeling tricks
because you're like leveled out. You're like kind of
you don't have to do much. You just kind of do a regular ollie and then kind of manual your way down the thing.
I guess. Is it kind of like for some people like a pinch of a crooked grind? I mean, I don't get it.
Probably. I don't know. Like I like crooked grinds too, but every time I try it down a rail, I get this image in my head of just still being in a crooked grind position when I hit the ground and just rolling my front ankle. For some reason, that's all I think of every single fucking time. And like, it's never happens to me.
Right.
And I don't think it ever will. But every time my first attempt at a crooked grind, I'm just like, you're going to come out pointing the nose. It's going to be a little bit primo. You're going to roll your ankle.
I hate when it goes primo.
Yeah, and that's all I can fucking picture in my stupid head. And then, like, I don't know. So I have doubts on crooked grinds. Crooked grinds scare me. I also miss a lot and go to, like, board slide or nose slide. But the 5.0 is just, it's been good to me. So,
well, you got the, I don't think I've ever seen this done before on a handrail. This might be an MBD, the 5.0 to lip slide in the other part.
yeah.
Which kind of reminds me of Tim Broch used to do the 50-50 to lip slide a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Even did that. He used to do it down kinks and then slip into it in the end. But I'd never seen anyone do straight 5.0 to lip.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a trick that I like to do on quarter pipes, like the pivot disasters. And I always thought that'd be a cool one too. It's just like, oh, why does no one do this on a rail? And then I don't know, I learned them on a flat bar and then just went to that rail and did it. And it's funny because while I was doing it, I was like, I don't know if I like this. Like, is this going to be cool? Like, is this going to translate? Because they look cool and they feel cool when you do them on a quarter pipe. And while I was doing it on the rail, I just couldn't even tell. I'm still, like, pretty undecided about it. Like, I'm hyped that I did one, kind of. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, well, like, I imagined it going from the quarter pipe to the rail, and I went and I got it done, and I filmed one, and it exists, but I don't know if I'd ever really care to do it again.
Yeah, some people don't like those combos. I've heard a lot of people hate on the crooked grind to back lip.
Yeah, the
when that
bastion.
used to be a trend.
Mm-hmm.
I think JT Alts maybe did a few of those back in the day.
It was definitely the Bastian Salabanzi. He did the fucking crook back lip to fakies and stuff too. He's a psycho. But
there's just two more clips I wanted to mention from your new part that stuck out. The crooked grind on the rooftop into the picnic table. Why didn't Day One think about setting up a picnic table for the landing ramp? He would skate all his roofs, he skated all those picnic tables, and then finally you put them together.
Yeah, I don't know. Another big influence of mine, Day One, follows me on Instagram, gets psyched on his clips. You know, isn't that funny, though, when you see someone where you're like, dude, that guy fucking follows me. That guy cares about what I'm doing. I get pretty stoked when I see, like, Day One and, pretty much just him, honestly.
Yeah.
But everyone else can go fuck themselves. No, It's just Day One. Day One's the man. But, I don't know. That spot was funny because you can't really tell, but I also roll up on a picnic table. Because the back of the roof was like a point, you know, and I couldn't push uphill to hit the ledge. So I have a table back there that just had two legs on it. So I rolled up on the table, did the crooked grind, and then I was trying to take the bomb off the roof, and it was too high for me. So I made a picnic table landing ramp too.
Yeah. Nice.
Well,
yeah, I mean, landing into transition makes way more sense than just having a
going straight to flat,
flat, and then having no speed on the ride away.
Yeah,
exactly.
And
so
also,
that was my thought.
yeah, less of an impact, and you get more speed. Makes sense. But my favorite clip in the part is probably the tray flip bail, where you roll off the roof. I was telling Tom, missed opportunity. You could have had a Steve Olson Fulfill the Dream reference there.
And just throwing the dummy off the roof.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be sick if you didn't plan that and when the part came out, like Jamie had gone and done that without telling you? Just because he thought it was funny?
Would have loved it.
Does that seem like something Jamie Thomas would do?
Honestly, yes.
That's fucking sick.
That dude has way more of a sense of humor than what people think. Like,
I was going to say, he's a jokester, huh?
He really is. He fully is. Like, he used to he'd send sponsor me tapes of himself to companies that, like, in the middle of all of his shit, there'd just be a line of him skating naked.
I've heard that.
And, like, that's 100% a real thing. Like, he fully did that.
Is it true that they took the sponsor tape and put it in Baker 2G?
Baker 2G.
And
yes,
that's the
true.
2 minutes of footage that's censored for skateboarding being too serious?
Yeah.
Damn, interesting.
I wish that was in there.
God damn.
Because I'd like to see it.
I don't know. It probably exists somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's got to be on the internet. Everything's on the fucking internet.
That's true.
But that is what was in there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you actually. Were you following in the rich Zero tradition of the shaved head because of the Chief and the Matt Mumford?
I'm actually wearing my Matt Mumford shirt right now.
Oh,
So
yeah.
sick.
Yellow exit
Can't
Matt
even see it.
Mumford.
Why does
I
that
see
not
the
work?
Matt. I see the mum.
Gotta get rid
Oh,
of this
there it is.
fucking
I saw it for a
background.
second.
Yeah. But no, I'm just bald.
Just make sure you don't hit your head on any bowls, now that you have a
Hit
shaved
my head
head.
on a fucking pole. You see the
Holy
scar?
Damn.
Damn.
A pole.
Stupid. Yeah, I was at that Huntington Beach school that has
So-
the curved out ledge. The one that fucking Tom Penny had the DNL cover on.
So Dane Burman walks into a pole.
That's what fucking happened. I walked down the stairs at that fucking spot, and I like ran and threw down my board to skate over the thing. And as I threw down, there was just a fucking pole sticking down from like up above me, and it stabbed me square in the fucking top of the head.
Mm.
I wasn't doing any like, I don't know. It sucked. It's like the most shitty injury I've had from not even doing anything.
I know. I've been telling these kids when they're walking, they should wear their helmets.
Yeah, that's the only time.
But then when you
Well, I
start
was
to
wearing
skate,
a hat, and I think that's why it happened. It like blocked my like upward peripherals.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
That'll do it.
But the second part, I forget if you said it was Cold War or not, but that was actually, see, that's when I knew that you became from a little orange man looking boy to a real zero man. Because you had the ender there.
Oh, yeah,
which
the Philly.
Which I'll never forget, the My War. That's when I said, this guy was one of the top dogs now.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go with top dogs, but
How about hot dogs?
He's a hot dog.
it was definitely it was a bit of a coming of age story, I'd say.
Yeah, well, it was fucking sick. It was a sick coming
Thank
of
you.
age story.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean,
And this summer he becomes a man. Yeah, that was
you said it all in the My War, but that still blew me away. Just the fact that it was just like so consistently just. I don't know if you're landing in a crack or what on the landing, but so consistently
I'm not good at big
sticking.
drops. That's all it is.
You got to
Like
bend
maybe
your
I need
knees.
stronger legs, or I need to go on a diet. I don't know what it is, but I suck at rolling off shit.
Yeah, I think you got to bend your knees to take that impact.
Yeah, my knees are too fucked. They don't bend really.
Yeah, mine don't either. I'm like Kareem. I just, whenever I land anything, I take the whole impact in the back.
Just the 10-step fakie flip and fucking bend in the lower back.
Yeah, just the back. That's just all I got.
Yeah, I think I do a lot of that too, honestly.
But, Tony Hawk wants to put me in the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, dude. I'm down for it,
Yeah, whatever. It's cool.
That's cool,
Yeah, it would be cool. I don't know how fucking Tony Hawk still skates. Do you know that dude doesn't stretch?
Really?
Yeah, he's never stretched. He's never done like physical therapy to stretch his shit. He's never like nothing. Just shows up, drops in, 540, boom.
Well, he's got the world's best doctors, so.
Yeah.
But-
They probably stretch him for him.
I will say, when
He's also never fucking hurt himself.
that can't be true.
He broke his dislocated his finger recently. That's like the first injury he's ever had.
Ow! I sprained my wrist.
My Indies.
Isn't that fucking mental?
That is mental. That's why I'm like,
Holy shit.
maybe he's just hiding it from people. I don't know.
Yeah, he's fucked. He's just one of them people. He's a
But
freak.
I will say whenever I don't stretch too often, but then when I do try to stretch, I usually pull something stretching. And I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Why the hell did I try to stretch today?
I've had a groin injury for like the last few weeks that definitely happened stretching and not skating.
Mm-hmm. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, I try to
Yeah.
stretch. I try to stretch my groin every night before I go to bed.
Yeah,
It's
it
usually,
helps
it's
sleep.
usually the only way I can fall asleep.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. What would you say is your favorite Zero video? Just out of curiosity.
Probably
You
misled
don't have
youth.
to be. Okay. I was going to say you don't have to be in it.
Yeah. No, I was actually expecting you not to be in it. Because, well, no offense to the
Yeah.
newer Zero videos, but I mean, Thrill of It All, Misled Youth, and Dying to Live and New Blood
Yeah. True.
are fucking amazing. And they just hold this special place in nostalgia in my head,
Yeah, I mean that's why Misled Youth is mine. I think the nostalgia of it all. Plus, I don't know, it's got all like it's like my favorite Zero era with fucking all the raddest dude like Ellington and fucking Greco and like that's just my shit right there. And then I don't know. After that, I was like, I don't know. By the time New Blood came out, I could respect the video for the skateboarding, but I wasn't like this young kid that like sucked in and absorbed all of the skate video info that I could.
Yeah.
Right.
So I sat there and I was like, not jaded, but like it almost went above me or something. I don't know. I was above it at the time or something. And then I was like, oh, okay, like I'm an older person now. Like I appreciate all of this skateboarding. I appreciate what it is, but it's not going to be like Misled Youth or, you know, Dying to Live, or it's not going to hit me as hard as those, and it didn't.
But that Chris Cole, though.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do. I love Chris. He's amazing. He's one of the, obviously best skateboarders of all time. But
yeah, no, the whole vibe of Misled Youth was amazing, and the up close filming where you can barely even see the trick. You know,
it's called impact filming. Jamie Thomas invented that.
He invented it.
Yeah,
I'm sure he did actually. I mean, there's some of it in Jump Off a Building too, which could have been Jamie filming. Yeah.
It would have
been. Yeah, no, it's pretty fucking sick. You know?
I think everyone has or at least presumably, like when you're younger and you're watching all these videos, like, you know, as we were saying, like Misled Youth, like you're just constantly watching it all the time. And then eventually it gets to like a few years later, like all the newer videos that are coming out, you're kind of, as you were saying, like kind of jaded or whatever, but you're just like, oh, this isn't as good as, like, this will never be as good as the older stuff, you know? And then a few more years go by and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, now this stuff isn't as good as that stuff, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just think you're not as like awestruck or like, I don't know, you're not this little skate sponge that's just like absorbing and loving everything anymore the older you get.
Well, you get to a point when you're like 18 or something and you think you just like, well, I know everything at this point. You know?
Exactly. Which is like, you know, New Blood was like that for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Out of the new Zero team though, you know, the guy that stands out that a lot of our friends like is Gabriel Summers. Is it Gabriel or Gabriel?
Whatever.
Nice. I think it's Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel.
Yeah, I think it's Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they see him as a Ben Gilley type who
I think
looks
he's
like
got a little bit more control of what he's doing than Ben Gilley, but yeah.
But yeah, along the same lines. Maybe it's because of that one My War where we have the idea in our head that he's just like Ben Gilley, I will say, is one of my favorite hammer skaters, and it's because he's so hard-headed. It's like lack of skill, just all heart, and just hard-headed, gonna go for it mentality. And like doesn't even look like he's capable of doing the 50-50 down the handrail, but then does the sickest shit.
Yeah. I mean, I always loved that about Gilley too, and Gabbers definitely has a lot of that in him.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely has the skill. Like, I've seen him, like he can skate a ledge with the fucking best of them and flip into whatever and out of stuff, and like, he's got it. He's definitely got control of what he's doing, but he's also definitely a very hard-headed person. When he thinks like, I'm gonna fucking do something, there's not much that's gonna stop him from doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to know. I mean, if that was actually the fact with like every trick that he filmed, but no, it's probably just like one every so often.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times you get to a spot that, you know, it's probably not a good spot, but it looks cool, and it would be cool. And Gabbers is the kind of dude that'll be like, fuck it, this one, like, it's too cool to not do it, you know, and he'll make it happen, whether it should happen or not.
Well, I love the passion, you know?
Yeah.
You definitely see that it's there.
So Dane, when you were growing up, who were some of your, I mean, I know you mentioned Daewon and you said fuck everyone else, and I'm sure you stand by that. But who were some of the pros that you were like idolizing at that point? Because everyone has at least a few.
Yeah, I mean, when I was like first really taking note of like who my favorite skateboarders were, instead of like just watching every Form 1, and like I used to just ignore names and just be like, whoa, look at all this shit that's happening. I love all of this. But like when I started realizing like names and picking out like styles that I thought were cool, or, you know, like I just understood it a little bit more and more of a deeper level than just being a little kid. It was definitely like Kalis and Stevie. I fucking loved Kalis and Stevie.
Nice.
Good answers, dude. Oh man, big Stevie fans over here for sure.
It's true. The reason?
Yeah.
Bet you ran
unreal.
the reason back once or twice.
Yeah, I mean, the epitome of Stevie is just the chocolate ad. You can't go past the chocolate ad. The line is, dude, Stevie's my man.
Yeah.
I still love Stevie every single day. Obviously, you guys follow Stevie on Instagram, right?
Of course. What else is Instagram for?
Every fucking day, he's doing something that he's never done, like still fucking progressing, and it's still like not even progressing like for an old dude. Like he's progressing for like skateboarding. Like he's still doing shit that's just like, how the fuck are you doing that? And he looks so damn cool. And no one else is gonna look that sick wearing like tight 3/4 length jeans with like 47 fake rips in them. You know, like
Yeah.
Maybe
Penny.
I don't know.
Yeah, every time I pop like a 4-foot switch shove and revert midair, I call out mid revert. I go Stevie.
Yep.
And then I land it.
And then a Philly cheesesteak falls out of the pouch of his hoodie. I'm not sure if you've noticed that in all of Stevie's clips, he has a Philly cheesesteak
Stuffed in there.
stored in the pouch of his hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you can take a bite midline.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be
You
surprised.
see, when you started doing the hand movements, I thought you were going to talk about like a pager or something, you know. And
Well, he's got a few of
you're
those
like,
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you went straight for the Philly cheesesteak. That's good.
So it must have been nice for you to have Kalis say that 50-50 in Philly was one of his favorite tricks ever done there.
Yeah, fucked up.
What's your favorite Kalis part?
Fuck. DC video, maybe.
Yeah.
That's a good video.
It's kind of a controversial one when he's, you know, the workshop part, but like, I don't know, that DC video is sick. And everything was like, whoa, and
Yeah. I think I maybe like the songs they used in the workshop part better, but I mean the Gangstar song though is sick.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's what I'm
you know, I'm gonna
Full
go
clip.
with Toy Machine Heavy Metal. How about
heavy metal
there you
part.
go. Yeah, Toy Machine Heavy Metal.
That was the I'm Josh Kalis part. Here I am.
Yep.
When Jamie discovered him, and is that how it happened? Something like that, right?
Jamie literally discovered every skater in the industry, okay? He single-handedly went from town to town, scouted out every single person, and just put his fingers on their shoulder and said, you.
Something like that. I swear there's a story like that. I don't know how fucking real it is. I know Jamie was like flying out there and filming him for that part and stuff, though.
What if the whole Zero team got together and they just made a whole entire video that was kind of like Jamie Thomas's part in Chomp on This?
That'd be sick.
Just for the lulls, you know?
That's Jamie's best part. That's my favorite Jamie part.
That's what I'm saying.
That's also Costin's best part.
Right.
That Costin video part, I've gone on record as saying is the best video part of all time.
Wow.
It's very good. It's one of the most enjoyable ones.
Eric Costin to this day is my favorite skateboarder of all time. Like that's my number one dude.
Really?
You've heard it here first.
Yeah.
Have you met him?
I have, and he was actually really nice to me.
That's weird.
But I know he's a jerk, a massive jerk. But I love it. I don't know. Fuck it. See, this is the thing that I think about skateboarders. There's so many skateboarders out there, and people are like, that dude's a dick. But it's like, just because he's a fucking well-known skateboarder and he's good at what he does, doesn't mean he has to be some fake fucking dickhead that like panders to all these people and is like, oh my god.
And
like,
everyone's
just a fucking person. Like, let him live.
Yeah, what is he doing that's making him an actual dick? Is it because he decided to leave a demo at some point? Like, just like, you know, got fed up with, a million people on his ass and wanted to take
and it's
photos.
Like, how many times have you wanted to walk out of work fucking 5 minutes before the fucking, you know?
Well, I mean, but when Gary Rogers mentioned that you did the nollie heel to the side, that must have hurt your feelings a little bit.
See, it didn't at all because I did it in the same place where Heath Kirchhoff frontside flipped it.
Nice. I'll have to go back and review that footage.
We're going to have to tell Gary.
Yeah.
He's going to be pissed.
Gary knows.
I figured you did it
Gary
slightly to
fucking
the
knows.
right, but it wasn't the same place. You did a hard flip over it too, right?
I did hard flip it.
Yeah. So, but it
But I
wasn't
did
the
it in
same
a
place that
different
you
spot.
hard flipped it. Yeah. Was it because the incline was less steep, so you could pop a nollie better?
No, all the inclines the same. The only difference is the landing. They did an ETN contest there, and they bondoed the entire landing, like a 20-foot square of landing. when they did the contest. And then after the contest, the school ripped all the Bondo out, and the ground now to the left where everyone was skating it is just fucking gravel. So I just skated to the right so I could actually ride away.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay. Well,
But like where I did it, the curb's still like 2 inches tall. Like
yeah,
Yeah, you could
you
still get hung
clear if
up.
you hang up.
Yeah, you could still hang up.
well, myth
Yeah.
debunked there. I'm glad that we cleared that one up.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That one was keeping me up at night.
Oh my God, the amount of times I said I'm gonna go to that spot, but I don't know which side I'm gonna skate. I can't even tell you.
Well, now you know.
Yeah. And I don't plan on going to that spot because I think nollie heel and hard flip are the only two tricks I could possibly do.
I was gonna do backside flip or frontside flip, but I don't want to take out Heath because it looks so much better.
No.
Right.
Yeah,
Is the
that's
thing.
true. So I don't have a problem with dick skateboarders. Skateboarders that are dicks are fine in my book. I like Heath. I like Costin.
Well, it's kind of a lost art form of the pro skater being a dick, like a Jeremy Klein type,
Well, everyone has to brand themselves now as well as be a part, like have all these sponsors with like the social media.
Yeah, they don't want to lose their sponsors for
And they-
being a dick,
And they don't want to lose their followers.
right?
They got to stack them followers.
Yeah.
It's all about that blue check mark.
Yeah, I don't have one of those. I wish I had a blue check. Do you guys have a blue check?
Matt Tomasello has a blue check.
Yeah, I don't. How do you get that?
I tried to get one, but they didn't give it to me. Damn. But Matt Tomasello, he got it because everything in his life works out perfectly, and mine is shit.
Well, I'm with you on that because I don't have any. I don't get a blue check either. I get denied every time.
Damn.
That's bullshit.
Yeah,
I know. Well, can you believe we live in an era where you can be on the cover of Thrasher and Matt Tomasello has more followers than you? What the fuck?
Does he? Where's Matt at?
I think so. I think he was like 150 around.
That motherfucker. I don't know. Yeah, that's life, I guess. Fuck it.
Yeah. Matt actually had a question that he wanted me to ask you, and it's about your last trick in your newest part.
Okay.
Hope to Die. And he's asking why'd the filmer only half-hand it to cover it?
I don't know. The filmer that did that isn't a filmer. It's just he's the Zero team manager, Kurt, and it was like he just randomly had a camera in his hand at the time. He was like the backup angle, and I don't know. Maybe he was holding a cigarette in his hand, or who the fuck knows. But or maybe he just thought I landed it sketchy.
I was gonna say you did lift the front truck up a little on the ride away.
I don't know.
I mean, even in slow motion, you were going fast as shit. So it's like, what else are you gonna do?
But you remember when the Chief did the 5-0 and misled youth, and he was like, landed it perfect. I don't know why I'm doing this, but one more, and then you did it again.
Yeah, I do remember that. But I mean, that was Jamie's choice. It's not like the filmer made that choice for him and was like, "Hey, you got to do it." But I guess Kurt was making the choice for me and thinking he wanted me to do it again, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you personally for being the first person to send a friend trick for the new Faints Lad video, which is out on Thrasher, Secrets of the Clown Box.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why I gave you the friender.
I was fucking so hyped because I remember when you hit me up and you're like, "Hey, we're going to do whatever. You got anything for it?" And I was like randomly out skating like the next night or whatever. And that I just filmed that and was like, "I'll send that to him." And then completely forgot. 100%. And then you guys were like, "Oh, we got a new video out." And I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah, sick." And I watched it. And then I was like, "Oh, there's a friend." And I was like, "Wait, I fucking sent a trick for this." And then I had the fucking ender. And then that one dude started talking about Danes.
Yep.
And like, I kind of zoned out and had no idea what he said. I don't know what he said still.
He said you're his favorite Dane.
Feedback TS. It seemed a little
okay,
facetious,
cool.
though.
Like
I think he was trying to be like,
Cool,
which
it's a joke.
Dane is
Yeah.
better, Dane Burman or Brady?
Yeah. He's the dude, the fucking New York dude. Got it. Like, we get it. You're a jerk. That's cool. Like, having jerk as an aesthetic rather than like who you actually are, a bit weird.
That's worse than a dick skater.
It is. Like, at least the dick skaters are just being genuine. Like, "Hey man, this is who I am. I don't want to be at this fucking demo." That dude's like probably really nice and friendly, and then he's like,
Yeah.
"But I'm from New York and I need an aesthetic, so I'm
I
gonna
was
be a
going to
dick."
say, it's an East Coast aesthetic.
Oh, yeah.
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 But I don't know, whatever. He's funny sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you liked it. Damn, I don't know what I was gonna say about that, but I was gonna lead into something else.
You're talking about Secrets of the Clown Box now on Thrasher Magazine.
Secrets of the Clown Box. Oh yeah, so that leads me to ask you. I mean, I'm sure you got a million questions for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Should I have written something down before we did this call? Or?
Tom, I'm just gonna ride this one out for another minute.
Yeah.
Just give him a sec.
Let's give him a sec. I think he's gonna think of something.
Yeah, no. It's gonna work out. It's gonna be fine, big.
No, what I was gonna say. I remember what I was gonna say. Even though you think about it, I'm sure you got a million questions for us.
Mm-hmm.
Was yeah, because I hit you up, and when I asked you for the friend trick, I was like, "Yo, we're coming out with a new video in like a month or two," and then it was like 8 months later that it actually came out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you probably couldn't remember. It might have even been longer.
I think it was almost a year.
Because you were the first person to send it. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm down to film for the next one. When's the next video?
That's what I'm saying. Probably I'm saying 1 to 2 years, depending on the length and depending on how many people have a part. So we like to try to come out with them every year, but this is the first one that actually took 2 years. But that's what I'm saying. Come to Boston. We got the spots.
I do want to go back. I mean, I only went there once, and I can't remember what it was for. It might have been a Volcom trip or something a long time ago. Yeah, it must have been a Volcom trip. But we almost got into a fight with some dude at a dry cleaning place. You know that dry cleaning spot? It's like a bump over a little rail. It's seriously the front door of fucking dry cleaners.
Yeah.
The one in West Roxbury?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, did you go into the bank? Or were you trying to skate it up?
I don't know. I don't even think we were skating it, but we almost got into like some fight with some dickhead that was like, I don't know, had a bunch of dogs. He's like, I'm going to let my fucking dogs eat you. And then he's like, I don't know, it sucks. And then we went to that spot with the ledges that's like down by is it by water? I think it's by water.
Yeah, the aquarium ledges.
Yeah, and then some dude was like talking shit because I did a lip slide on a ledge. He's like, it's the fucking Forbidden 14, bro. What are you doing? Not on our ledges. And I was like, fuck this place.
Yeah, dude, you went to the worst fucking spots. I don't know what you were thinking. Also, you weren't fucking, you weren't fucking rolling deep with the fucking Fancy Lad crew.
Right. And hey, listen, we may not huck like you do down the rails. Might not glide down the rails, but we see the rails. We know where they're at.
We might be a bunch of beta cucks who are too afraid to even, kickflip a 6 stair.
Right. Well, I mean, why? When there's a 5 right there.
I know. There's a choice 5 right
There's a
there.
choice
Why
5.
would you kickflip the 6?
You got the choice 5.
That's what I'm saying. It's only 1 stair.
Right.
Yeah.
But we still see good spots that were like, dude, I think Dane would fucking like this spot.
We are well educated in the art of skateboarding, whether it be handrails, stairs, whatever.
Hinges,
a little crack, a crack in the ground. We know every spot.
all of them.
I'll send you.
I
some
only
pictures.
just realized that your background is a fake studio.
What
That
are
is
you
not-
talking about?
that is
okay.
not
You
true.
know
How
what?
is
You've
that
been
making
smoking
me
a
this
little
long?
too much ganja over there in sweet San Francisco, getting a
Oh.
little too wavy. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking funny. Why did I only just realize that?
We have no idea what
Oh,
you're
and let
talking
me
about.
guess, your background's fake too.
Yeah. No,
What?
wait. How do I fucking change my background now?
I mean, presumably you'd have to go to a different location.
Damn it. Yeah, that's a good point. I probably would. How does it know what's background and what's not?
That's a good question.
You'll
But
come
yeah.
here. I'll teach you how to do the backside Bigzo tap, and then I'll expect you to take that trick down a massive stair set for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm super down. Let's plan that out. I'll bring my boys.
Nice. Who's your boys,
I don't even fucking know anymore, honestly.
dude?
But
Bring
I don't know. I'll
bring Gabby.
find someone.
You know.
I've got a crew.
Nice.
We just went to SF like the other weekend, and I put like a random crew of misfits together, and we went and had fun out there. It was good. Next trip will have to be out your way.
Should do. I don't know. Feel free to come in the winter.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
I'd probably make it either right now or after the winter.
Yeah, I wouldn't do the winter.
No, I wouldn't do the winter either.
Feel free to come in the winter if you want to, like, potentially not be able to skate at all.
Yep.
You guys seem to skate a lot out there in winter.
Damn right we do, but we
Yeah.
don't like it.
Yeah.
We do it anyway.
Wearing, like, fucking 3 pairs of pants, but we're getting it done.
Mhm. And sometimes just skating literally in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I only saw snow like legitimately for the first time like a month ago.
Really?
Yeah, like one time on a Volcom trip, we were driving through Reno when it had snowed, and we seen it from the bus, and we pulled over to stop, and like I don't know, I peed in the snow for a second and did like that stuff, and then just now I flew to Denver, and it snowed randomly in Denver when I was there, and I like saw snow coming down from the sky, and like did like snow angels, made snowmen through snow, like did all the snow things, you know, and that was my first like real experience in real snow.
Did you have a snowball fight?
I didn't get them thrown back at me, but I was with David Reyes, and I threw snowballs at him every single day.
Okay, so you did do every.
That's
snow
almost
thing.
better than a snowball fight.
Except for maybe making an igloo, as seen in Secrets of the Clown
Yeah, I
Box
didn't do
by
that.
Fancy Lad Skateboards on ThrasherMagazine.com.
Yeah, didn't get to do that. I should have done that.
That takes a while.
Well, Dane, I'm going to say I look forward to this meeting of you coming here and visiting us.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking to you again. Hopefully we get to speak before then, but I really got to pee.
This happens every episode.
I know, and I was trying to not go to interrupt, so I'm thinking,
I mean,
I'm thinking we should just wrap this up.
just wrap it up.
And yeah, you know what? Who knows? We could always have you back sometime and just casually shoot the shit. You know, I just had to. This was a good introductory course where, you know, we got to know each other a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Just a little bit better.
We're just that little bit closer now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And Dane, if you decide to start a podcast, feel free to reach out to us. If we're available, we'll try to squeeze it in.
And you know what?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it actually, but I have no idea what the fuck I talk about, and 90% of the time I hate talking to people. So,
Well, if you ever want to come on here and just talk shit, we're more than welcome for that.
And we're all about it. We're all about
Alright.
shit talk.
But yeah, and you know what? I'll try to make it out there to hang out if you'll have me.
yeah, I'll probably come out that way, like maybe early next year. I don't know.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna take a trip out there, probably in the winter. So maybe I'll see you around. Maybe I'll see you around.
Yeah, hit me up.
I actually am gonna go out there in the winter and crash with Wes Kramer.
Are you really?
Yes.
Because I know you told me to say hi if I saw him, and I'm like, I haven't fucking seen that dude in so goddamn long.
Yeah,
It's always cool when I do, but
He's a true G. He
he's the
said,
man.
"Yo, Bigzo, thanks for having me in the video. Whenever you want, come out to SD. You got a place to crash." And I said, "Fuck yeah, Wes." That's what's up.
yeah, sick. I mean, I'm not really a true G, but I do have a spare bed here that you could also sleep in. But you got
No,
Wes,
you're
so
you
you'll be
know
good.
what? You're a real G, and that's what I respect.
All
You're
right,
one
thank you.
hundo. All right.
I do try to keep it 100.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
So
it.
you know, I'll hit you up if I make it out that way. I'll hit you up. But in the meantime, thanks again for being on the Fancy Lad podcast, and this was one hell of an episode.
Yeah, thank you, Dane.
No worries, thanks. Stoked to be here.
Hell
right.
yeah.
And you know, keep up those hammers for those of us who can't do them.
Yeah, I'll try. I'm fucking 33, so I'll be with you guys soon.
I'm 33, Dane. We're
Oh,
the
look at
same
that.
age. What's your birthday?
March 17th.
Okay, so I'm February 12th. I'm a little older than you.
Ah, see. So I should just look at you as my like glass into the future, my crystal ball.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a little older, a little wiser. If you ever need any advice, you come to me.
So in a month from now, I should be you.
Perfect.
Okay, sick.
All right.
All right. Thanks again, Dane.
All right, bye guys.
Talk to you later. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah.